everyone, Amanda here. Thank you so much for joining me. So I'm a little bit behind with my videos, so we're playing catch up. So this one is relating to week 6 and week 7 of my Memorydex challenge. If you've not come across this challenge, it's something that I do at the moment every week over in my Facebook group. When we've either done the challenge or at some point I'm going to be designing a very simple box for us to store them in. So this was week 7, so I decided on mermaids. So we've got this one here with some fussy cuts and some words, and then here you've got the Memorydex cards and obviously some little mermaids and some fishes, etc. And then week 7 I did winter. Much to the despair of my Australian and other members that are not even in winter, you're in summer. But don't worry, I'll do a summer theme one. So here's the winter one. So there's the little Memorydex cards with this blue snowy background. And we've got some penguins. Penguins are one of my favourite animals. The next one is pandas. So it's penguins and pandas. And, you know, I've just kept it all in blue tones. Just cute. Winter theme, but we've got some trees here with stars, but I tried not to do Christmas. But I just had to sneak them in because I liked them. So that, you know, some people don't celebrate Christmas, so they don't want everything Christmassy. So yeah, so that's what we've got. So I'm going to fussy cut mine and I'm going to get them together. Whether I do a talk along video, whether I speed it up, I've not decided yet. But I am definitely playing catch up. So if you'd like to join in with the challenge, these are free. They are in my Facebook group. The link is in the description box below. When you go to join, it asks you 3 questions. Please ensure that you answer those 3 questions. Otherwise, you could very easily not get let in. I do check all profiles, and if they're locked or there's no content, or just think you're not a genuine crafter, then I probably won't let people in. Because you can very easily tell if someone's a crafter because they're in about 1 million craft groups. And when you ask to join, it says other groups that you're in, and I can click it and I can see the kind of groups that you're in. So if you've not got any crafty groups listed, then I'm going to think, well, maybe you're not even a crafter, you might be a scammer. So I'm a bit strict about who I let in. So right, let's get these cut out and let's get creating. Right, so I decided I would fast forward. You can quite clearly see what I'm doing. What I always do, I plan my layout, kind of, and then I just get to sticking. And I do use foam tape, etc. And so we're going to have a little bit of a crafty chat while crafting along here. Maybe you can craft with me. So I've had quite a lot of messages and concern about the information that I shared regarding my teen. So my absolutely amazing, fantastic teen, Alexia, has been having some tests. It was discovered that she has some kind of mass on one of her lungs. It's quite concerning. I've kind of come to terms with it now, so I can talk about it without getting upset. But obviously, they were unsure what this mass is. They said that she had a partial internal collapsed lung because the mass is taking up space, which should obviously be filled with oxygen. So it needs investigating. And, you know, the reason that I was so upset is because obviously one of the things that is a concern is cancer. And so that is what what Alexia is being tested for. So we've had blood tests and a CT scan, which will take a 3D kind of x-ray of her lung so that they can then decide whether this mass is just fibrous from repeat infections or whether it's cancerous. So at the moment, we're still waiting for the results. So we don't know. We're staying positive. I've had lots of well wishes and lots of prayers and lots of positivity. But so many people have messaged me. I just thought I'd give an update. I'm quite an oversharer, but with personal things like this, I normally don't share. But so many people have shown concern that I thought I would share. And also because it's unusual for me to not be on full form and giggling and being silly, that I thought I'd just share. And it's also unusual for me to be quiet on my channel. So that's what we've been kind of like battling with. I've come to terms with it. My teenager is absolutely not fazed at all. Not worried at all. The only worry that Lex had was the needles for the injections that she's been having, for the blood tests, and obviously for the CT scan to run the dye through so they can see what they're looking at. So, you know, apart from that, we're all in good spirits. Lex has still been going to work. She's managed to get herself a Christmas job at Boots in the UK. She absolutely loves it. So that's really been keeping her going. We've had quite a few days off college where she's been worried, but only because she's been worrying about the injections, not about the what the problem could actually be. That doesn't seem to worry her. Now, Alexia is autistic, so she's quite matter of fact about some things. It's quite humorous. If anybody else has got an autistic person in their life, they'll know exactly what I mean. You know, for an autistic person, life is life. Things happen, and everything's very factual. And there's no kind of like a no-nonsense kind of an attitude. Oh, that's the case. I'm not saying that's the case for all autistic people, because everybody's different. But that's very much the case for my teen. You know, it's very no-nonsense, very, you know, to the point. If she thinks something you're wearing's ugly, she'll just say, well, no, don't wear that. It's ugly. There's no beating about the bush. There's no putting things nicely or tactfully. I don't think she has any tact. But the bonus side to that is that she's quite matter of fact, and so she's really not very concerned at the moment. So it's just a fingers crossed. It's very unlikely that it's going to be anything sinister, just because she's only 17 and it's not unheard of for young people to get lung cancer. But it's it's not an everyday occurrence. It's it's normally something that people get over time. From whatever pollution or whatever. I don't really know what I'm on about, but you know what I mean. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to start banding things about that aren't correct. But so it's still very worrying, but the fact that she's not worried is kind of helping me. She is my youngest child. All my others have grown up and left home. And so I'm because she is autistic and has gone through quite a difficult time until we got our diagnosis. Really did struggle with school, and then we've got all settled and everything's brilliant, and she's doing great at college, and she's got herself a job and a lovely group of friends, and then bam, we've got this. So I'm just kind of like, it is what it is. Life's not fair. But fingers crossed, it's all going to be fine. I'm just going to concentrate on Christmas, having a lovely Christmas, making it a lovely time for everybody, and spending time with my grandchildren, and obviously making a huge fuss over Lex, who really does like a big fuss being made out of her. And when she's got bruises on her arms from them injections, you've got to give her lots of sympathy. She almost demands it. So, you've got to pull yourself out. When you're in a dark place, you've got to pull yourself out. You've got to stay positive. You've got to keep going. There's no point curling up in a ball and just not carrying on with life. So I will be back to my videos. I will keep you updated with how things are going. But I'm just going to get back to it and get back to my crafting. I've had my sad time, I've had my dark days, and I've had my crying. And it's time to get back now and get positive and get creative. And, I have a job to do here. It is my job. Creating is my life, not just my hobby. It's my entire life. I absolutely love creating. I love creating to inspire other people. And I've been doing the Memorydex challenges, and I haven't done them, and the ladies and gentlemen in the group, they've all still been doing them and sharing them, and they're just an inspiration. So I have taken some time today to catch up on mine, because I feel like, not that I'm letting people down, but I just feel like I need to pull myself out of it, pull myself out of the the miserable doldrums that I'd kind of let myself get into. And creating really does help. If you're struggling with anything, I wouldn't say I struggle with mental health. I have my down days, but I don't struggle with mental health. But if you do struggle with mental health, crafting is the best thing. It really just distracts your mind. And if you come and join the Facebook group and you take part in challenges and things like that, it's something to focus your mind on. You know, I've spent an hour today catching up on these, and it's focused my mind. It's given me something to think about other than, you know, woe is me and the worst case scenario of life. And it just makes you feel better. And not only that, you feel really chuffed with yourself, you know, because you've created little mini pieces of artwork. And, you know, you don't have to be a painter or a drawer or a mixed media marvel to create artwork. Cutting and gluing and putting things in a pleasing way is still art, okay? So I don't think you can go wrong, because it's also very, very simple. Anybody can do it. Anybody can cut out a picture and glue it on, okay? And there's no right or wrong. And nobody's better than anybody else. Every single one is unique and different and fantastic, and you really will enjoy it if you give it a try. I do these, they're absolutely free over on my group. It's a lovely, lovely group. You don't have to share your work if you don't want to. You can just take the images and create away quietly at home in the background. And you're going to get the support of all of the other lovely ladies and gents in there, and see what they've done, and it can give you inspiration of how to do yours. You can think, oh, that's a great idea, I'll try that, so-and-so's done that, I'll do it. I absolutely get inspired. I've got this wooden sign here, and one of the members fussy cut the sentiment words and added it to the wooden sign, and I really liked that idea, so I'm borrowing it. I'm scrap lifting it, and that's what I'm going to do, because I was inspired by that lady, and so I'm going to use that idea and I'm going to do that. And you can absolutely do that, it's fine. You know, we're not it's absolutely fine to be inspired by other people and use their ideas. That's the whole idea of the community, of the group. So, you know, you don't need to sit crafting alone. You don't need to feel that you don't have a support system. Crafting community, the amount of support I've got, it's pulled me through, and I don't really know where I'd be without it, to be honest. It is really, really helped, and all of the well wishes and the offers of prayers and everything like that, it's just been so lovely. I am so grateful, and I do feel very, very lucky to be part of this community. So come on, let's get crafting. There's going to be another video coming shortly. I'm going to be doing a giveaway, so make sure you're subscribed, because you'll need to be subscribed to take part in the giveaway. And also, when these Memorydex cards run the course and I get, you know, where I've had enough of making them, we're going to be doing some mixed media next year, and I'm going to be providing free images to do small mixed media layouts. So there's information about that over on my Facebook group, and I will do a video on it. It will start in the new year, and so we will be continuing with these free images, not just for journaling, not just vintage style, but, you know, all sorts of different things. And I've loved these Memorydex cards because they are different to journaling. You know, I've got some fun cutesy images. I wouldn't put those in a journal. It's not my journaling style, but I've enjoyed it for the Memorydex challenge. It's been brilliant, and, you know, it's just a little bit of light-hearted fun, and we're going to collect them. I keep saying I'm going to make a box. I am absolutely going to make a box for us. Don't worry, it will come as soon as I've got time to do that, and I will film it, and I'm going to make it quite simple. I was going to do a big elaborate thing that closed up and everything, but I think I'll just do a simple one so that anybody can do it. And then we'll have a lovely presentation box or storage box. So here I'm just explaining about the stickles. It's fantastic stuff, stickles, and I found these gems that I've had for about 500 years. The stick is nearly gone on them. They fly all over the place, but you know, they add a nice little bit of sparkle. So you can add extra things on as well as the images that I provide, or you can just use just the images that you're given. It's enough. It's just a brilliant challenge. I've really enjoyed it. And it's a nice break from doing a huge journal, or you know, big folios, or constantly doing ephemera for journals. It gives you a break, and then when you've had a break, you feel like getting ready, feel like getting back to doing your journals again, which is the stage that I'm at now. So I'm going to be doing my Pink Christmas journal in the next few days, and I'll share that with you as well. And so yeah, I think that just about covers everything that's going on in Amandaland at the moment. God, it doesn't rain, it pours. There's always some kind of drama, honestly. So yeah, so I'm going to finish sticking and gluing and adding some glitter, and then in the next part of the video you'll see them complete. So thank you again for all of your support, all of your well wishes, all of your prayers. We are fine. Everything's okay. It's just fingers crossed, and continued prayers for positive results. But whatever happens, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. That's another motto. Right, these are nearly done now. Okay, so this is my cards finished, but I've caught up. I'm back on track. Everything's fine. Life happens, and sometimes things just get put on hold. Okay, so here we've got Starfish Kisses, Mermaid Wishes, lovely sparkler cards, and you cannot go wrong with a little bit of sparkle on your project. It just looks wonderful, and yeah, it just makes me smile. So there you go. Just don't worry if you get behind on any of the challenges. You can catch up quite easily. Just take an hour to yourself and catch up, because you will feel really accomplished, and then you will carry on with the challenge. Never ever give up. Life gets in the way, but you know, we battle on because we're crafty soldiers and we can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. That's my motto. So there you go. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.